Ashley.
Leon!
Mr. Kennedy, don't you know when it's time to throw in the towel?
No! Leon!
Where's the satisfying sound of one's impalement?
Won't fall for this old trick.
How dare you! No more games! Kill him! Kill! Quickly! We shall prepare for the ritual!
Does Leon end this chapter in that hole?
So maybe you have 9 lives, but it doesn't matter now, Mr. Kennedy.
But it doesn't matter now. I just noticed that. How many times have I played this game and I've never noticed it doesn't matter?
Say whatever you please. Die, you worm!
Your right hand comes off. Anya. I can't believe I never noticed it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter now what happens, I will. That's a Sonic song. Sonic Adventure, to be exact. I moved Leon in that cutscene, by the way, and it looked like an old Resident Evil game. I'm just learning all kinds of new things here. Well, let's make Leon go faster. Completely outrun the Vertigo. Which, if you're playing this game normally, is... why did I skip that cutscene? If you're playing this game normally, is probably one of my favorite bosses to fight. But, we're not fighting him normally, and it's one of the easiest. Well, to be fair, Vertigo is just easy normally, but it's still fun. I miss these kinds of cutscenes, and I'm glad that one of them came back in Resident Evil 3 Remake with a certain enemy. Jeez, this is dull. Yeah, if I... What? How did he do that? If the glitch didn't reset every time that that he attacked me, or that cutscene played, I would have done it there, but... Wait, I did the wrong thing. My bad. It's a power unit. Suck my unit. The door's closed. We're stuck in here with him. I don't know if that approximately 4 minutes thing is true. Well, I guess approximately 4 minutes literally can mean anything. Approximately 4 minutes could mean 1 minute, 2 minutes. It could mean 80 minutes. Literally could mean anything. Hey, Vertigo, you're pretty cool. You got a great design. Even though you kind of just look like a xenomorph. Now you're gonna have to just suck ass, sucker. Eat this, fucker. That is a strategy that you can use without the infinite rocket launcher. If you buy a rocket launcher at the merchant and do it, you could still just do that. But there's one other place where a rocket launcher is useful, and I would say maybe save it if you don't think you have enough money for 2. But there's also that one free one that you can pick up earlier on in the castle, which is something that I would recommend doing. You know what I can do now, though, that I'm not doing for some reason. Speed time. Time for speed. This is the wrong room, isn't it? No, it is not. Good. This part stinks, too. I don't like this part. How's that not the end of the chapter?
It seems
Oh,
that
this part.
Salazar is having difficulty taming the American pig. Salazar had his chance. Krauser, go get the girl. Oh, and dispose of the swine while you're at it.
Consider it done.
So when I was playing this with my friend Chris, he brought up something that I've always had an issue with in this game. He said, am I supposed to know who that character is? And no, you're not. It's a completely new character, but he's revealed in a way that makes you think, like, oh, this guy, oh, it's this guy from the other game. The only way that reveal works is if you've played Darkside Chronicles before this game. And you're like, oh my god, it's Krauser from whatever, Operation Javier, or whatever it was called. So yeah, my friend was confused at that moment, and it is weird, because they reveal him like you're supposed to have known him, but you don't, so it's weird. Yeah, this level isn't one of my favorites. It's kind of just another area in the game where I feel like the first time I struggled a lot. And that always just gives me bad vibes. I almost said bad gas.
What are you selling?
What can I buy or sell?
Is that old
I don't think...
stranger?
There's probably something that you can throw in there. Oh yeah, you put those on there, I think. But again, I don't really need anything, so I don't really care. Bye-bye, Mr. Merchant. So people are saying that the guy with the glasses and the long hair in the Resident Evil 8 trailer might be like that game's version of the Merchant, which would be cool because people have noticed in the developer like little special note that they went in on after the PS4 event. They showed some more stuff from the game, and you could see in the inventory, like at the top right, there was a money feature. So it looks like money is back. I would assume it's to buy stuff, and there must be some sort of a merchant type character. Hopefully it's not like it is in Resident Evil 5, where it's just a, like a menu. You don't really... There's no guy attached to it. I think I said this when I replayed Resident Evil 5, but I think that the guy that helps you in the very beginning... The guy who gets murdered, like, very early on in the game... I always thought that guy was going to be that game's merchant, but then he just dies. So yeah, people are thinking the long-haired guy with the circle glasses is going to be the merchant. I've also seen a leak that says one of the characters from Resistance may be in the game, and that guy kind of looks like one of the masterminds, just saying. He kind of looks like Daniel, and Daniel is a fan favorite in that game, so that'd be pretty neat if they actually put him into canon, like, properly. Because the developers have said that, like, elements of Resistance are canon, like character details. So, we could see some things making their way in, and I've also seen some stuff saying that Alex Wesker might be involved, and if it started off as a Revelations 3, that would make a lot of sense. I never remember which direction this guy comes in from. He's behind me? Or is he over here? Okay, there he is. And you're dead. But yeah, I even said that the first video that I made in Resistance, I said, it's kind of weird that they brought Alex Wesker back. It's almost like they're using her for something in the future. So, who knows? Alex Wesker could be back. Maybe she is. Maybe she's not. Did I do what I was supposed to? No. I'm very excited for Resident Evil 8 is what I'm saying. Yes, please. I don't know how I'm going to do this next room. I don't know what weapon to use. Probably the rocket launcher. I think that seems like it would probably be the best idea. Give me that. Don't know why I keep trying to quick turn. Although sometimes I swear I've done the glitch and tried to quick turn and it's let me. But other times it's like, no, you can't do that. Too bad you couldn't do that and try and kill the chainsaw guy that way. That would have been kind of neat. I'm going to switch to this. I think this might do the job quicker. This room's cool. I actually really like this. This is a good challenge when you do this for the first time, like with no crazy weapons or anything like that. It's fun to trap them and get them in the little pit there. Oh boy! Oh, that killed him. I didn't know rockets were a one-hit kill for those gentlemen. Alright, well I could pick up their money. Usually you don't get both of their money because you usually open up the pit and throw one down it. So you don't get his money, so that was a bit efficient. I made a bit of a profit on that one. This should be the dumb statue room, right? Not quite yet. Oh, wait. Wait. Did I do the minecart section yet? I don't even remember where I'm at right now. I think the minecart section is after this. See, I thought I did this. I could have sworn I did this part. Guess not. Get out of here, no Vista doors. I am stuck. I am as if stuck. I like how you could still hear them running after you. It's lighting up a statue for some reason. Yeah, they should all still be just coming in here. It's a good thing. I think even without the Chicago typewriter, they're fairly weak. You don't really need to worry about them, like, killing you in a situation like this. They probably make them weaker when there's, like, a lot of them. Otherwise, I don't feel like that would be very fair. And this part really reminds me of a section in the original Lost Planet. Just like the way that you're inside a cave, you're trying to do a specific task in the cave, and there's a bunch of, like, insect enemies trying to get you. I think it was like I'm pretty sure it was the first level of Lost Planet. That's a good game. I feel like no one talks about that enough. Like when it comes to Capcom, or just really in general. I don't know how this works. That door must have been made of paper. That was the worst camera angle. It's like looking down at Leon's head. Can you all go away? I'm shocked none of them tried to jump at me, but then one did while I was saying it, so there you go. Get the fuck off of me. Don't throw up on me. God damn it. I was doing so well. That's the first time I've taken any damage in this game. See, the Chicago typewriter doesn't just end all of my problems. Just most of them. Damn it, I pressed the kick button, by the way. You all will pay. I don't have to do this, but I'm going to because it's going to make me feel better. Suck ass suckers. Yes, please, press the switch. And let's just, do that. This part's vaguely annoying. I think it's really just this part. I think, I've been saying, some of the parts that my friend Chris had issues with. He was mostly, I think he did better than I did my first time through. But this part he kind of struggled with, and I don't know why. There's a lever here. I think he might have tried this without pressing the lever, which is, like, literally impossible. It's getting the like the perspective right to see where you're supposed to stop there, because otherwise it's kind of difficult to gauge where Leon is without like precise camera control. Oh, I guess you have to pick that up. Wow, that was a really quick chapter. Nah. Yeah, man, I keep forgetting how much is left of this. I was just like, yeah, we're about to just leave the castle. No, we still have this part. Please tell me that didn't... Of course it did. Slow me down. To quote my least favorite Resident Evil character, "You'll only slow me down. It was dirty work, but this area is now clear." There literally could not be a worse Resident Evil character than Steve Burnside. And I follow a lot of people on Twitter that, like, love Steve. I follow a lot of Resident Evil people, and there's a surprising amount of them that are like, "Oh my god, Steve, I love Steve, he's such a great character." I'm like, dude, are we, like, talking about the same guy? And I really do think that if his voice was different, I might like him a little bit better. Because he does have a pretty interesting arc in that game, but man, oh man. That's why I really hope that they remake Code Veronica. I want that way more than I want a Resident Evil 4 remake. I think that's the general consensus, is that everyone wants a Code Veronica remake. Basically, no one wants a Resident Evil 4 remake. But that's the thing, is that if we get it, I'm not going to be angry that we get it, because again, it's not like this game goes away. I would be curious to see what they would change and what they would do in a remake. Because it's not going to just be a straight-up remake. Like, we're not going to see this room, like, in HD. You know, completely remade from the ground up. Smash cut 5 years from now, when I'm Let's Playing the Resident Evil 4 remake, and I get to this room, I'll insert that clip in there. Is he dead? Did that get him? Yeah, that got him. But Code Veronica, I think, would just be way more interesting. We get to see Wesker. We get to see Chris and Claire. I'd love to see, you know, the Resident Evil 2 remake Claire in Code Veronica. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, I think Code Veronica has my favorite, like, monsters in it. Just got a cool amount of enemies, like the Bandersnatches, stuff like that, that would be very cool to see. Are there people down here? No. There's just the chainsaw guy. Well, there was the chainsaw guy. And it's got a very interesting location. I always really liked Rockford Island in Code Veronica. And like I said, you can fix Steve, or maybe just get Steve out of there. Make it just Chris and Claire. Even though that's, like, basically what the game is about, is that Claire's looking for Chris, but maybe they find each other very early on in the game. Okay. Yeah, well, good thing I have a key. All I'm saying is Code Veronica remake, please, Capcom. Everyone wants it. I think they think it wouldn't sell as well. I think they would have to call it something else. This is, again, I feel like this happened, like, later on in the game. I thought this happened on the island. I have never gotten attacked by one of these guys while this is happening, by the way. And I like how it looked like I was about to eat my own words there, but they didn't successfully attack me. But But, like, where are they going to stop? Are they going to remake Resident Evil 5? That's a game just to spite people I don't want them to remake and be like, oh, well, they can make it scarier. No, I like Resident Evil 5 just the way it is. Thank you very much. Don't touch it. So there's a glitch that I could do here that I'm not practiced enough at, to the point where I think I could do it in one go. So I'm not going to do it. What you can do here is you could do that and like use the fast glitch to make yourself go through the wall and just skip this entire section. It's pretty great. I like it a lot. This is where the precise aiming really would help. I love the music and the sounds of this spot, though. It's better than the minecart section in 6, where you could just keep getting wombo comboed by the things that they set up to attack you. Or impede your progress. I guess they don't really attack you, they're wooden boards. We good? No one jumped in? Good. Just the scary music for what is, you know, ostensibly not very scary a moment. Riding through the minecart. Please hit that, Leon. Thank you. Is there one there? No. How many of these guys can I kill before I get over there? None. Absolutely none of them. Uh-oh, chainsaw guy. Just about as dangerous as his other one, as his brothers. I think I said it before, but that I think would be a very interesting change in the remake, is to make it one chainsaw guy and he stalks you through the entire game, or at least the entire village. That could be that game's stalker character that they seem to love doing so much now. And I love it. Those are the best parts. Which is like the only problem that I have with Resident Evil 3 is that Nemesis, the first form of Nemesis, is not in that game nearly enough. But we'll get to Resident Evil 3 when we get to it. If we make it to October. I think I left one of them alive, but they didn't jump in. Nemesis is... I think I've seen more of Nemesis Phase 1 in Resident Evil Resistance than I did in 3. And he's fun to control, too, so... Yeah, I'll take that, why not? Oh my god! Oh my god. It's very difficult. I really feel like Jack Baker might have been the best stalker character. Like, Mr. X, I think, is the most memorable. But Jack, I think, is the one that's probably the best, like, most well thought out. He's the hardest to get away from. And I feel like I've gotten hit by Jack way more than I ever got hit by Mr. X. Because Mr. X is slow and pretty easy to avoid. Whereas Jack is way more persistent and harder to avoid because you're in such small areas and it's in first person. I just tried to click down the stick to run. I think I was talking about Resident Evil 2 and was like, yeah, that's the same mechanics as in this game. The Stone of Own. That's what they call that. Does the Krauser fight happen now? I don't want to do that fight because I stink at it. No, now we just go into the castle. Alright, that does happen on the island. Where am I going? It's so silent now. So quiet. Yes, please. Too bad you can't just go in where that leads you out. Like, if you know where to go, you could just go there and skip that entire part. That wouldn't make any sense, though. People would do that by accident. No, I'm not gonna save.